flying around out there in the wild trying to survive on its own. So they grow very quickly. A good general rule is if you see a bird, even if it's hopping around in your yard in the springtime and it can't fly, if its body is completely covered in feathers, it's as big as it's going to get. The tail feathers and wing feathers might grow a little longer, making it appear a little larger, but they're structurally full grown. So this is an adult barn owl, and barn owls, of course, we all know are nocturnal. But there's a lot of misconceptions about how they live and what they do and so forth. Nocturnal, in this case, only means that they are more active at night than during the day, and they have some special abilities that the other daytime birds of prey do not have. But some of the things I hear about owls, which are very common but not true, many people think that because owls are nocturnal, that they can't see during the day, or bright sun hurts their eyes, or they have to sleep all day and can only come out at night. None of that is true. They've got excellent eyesight, far better than yours and mine, even on a bright sunny day. Here's another one. Owls can see in the dark. Owls cannot see in the dark. Not in total darkness. They need light to see just like we do, but they need a lot less light. A tiny fraction of light. A little light from the moon or the stars is all they require. Their eyes are like a quality camera lens or a good pair of binoculars or a spotting scope. They use that light very efficiently. It's like a pair of night vision goggles. But when it's truly dark, when it's pitch black on a moonless or a starless night, they've still got to be able to locate their prey. Now, 90% of this bird's prey in the wild would be mice, small rodents. Mice and meadow voles, maybe rats. That's about as big as this bird would take in the wild. So they're out there in the dark and they've got to find these tiny rodents on the ground from the top of a tree. Difficult job. So they have something that the other birds do not have, excellent hearing. Their hearing is far better than ours and far better than all the other birds of prey. They locate their prey by sound at night. We'll talk more about that a little later on. I'm going to move on with our next bird. The barn owl, by the way, is called a barn owl because they do sometimes nest in a barn or a building. They don't build a stick nest. They are naturally a cavity nester, a hole in a tree. No different than a bluebird. Lives in a bluebird box, a cavity in a box. Same thing. So because it's so simple, they can adapt or adjust, and they can live in a variety of places that another bird couldn't. And when you think about it, an old barn left out in a field, good place for mice and rats to live. Well, the owls are just following the food. Even buildings in the inner city have barn owls nesting there because of the rodent population. All they're doing is following the food. They're found all over the world.